Mr. Erlindo Eusebio. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Let's begin with their team captain, number 2, Alyssa Valdez. At number 12, Julia Melissa Morado de Guzman. Number 13, Celine Domingo. Number 14, Jeanette Panaga. Number 21, our guest player from Turkey, Yeliz Basa. And number 23, Jessica Margaret Galanza. Libero, number 11, Kyla Liana Atienza. Head coach, Mr. Sherwin Meneses. Presenting our Signal HD Spikers. Team captain wears jersey number 3, Rachel Ann Dakis. At number 2, Rosalind Doria. Wearing jersey number 7, Frances Cinia Molina. Number 8, Angelique Pauline Araneta. Number 18, Marivic Velaine Meneses. And number 22, Maria Angelica Cayuna. Libero, number 14, Angelique Dionela. Head coach, Mr. Cesael Shaq de los Santos. This match is under the regulation and supervision of the Games and Amusements Board.
Welcome back to the Big Dome. This is our first game of our doubleheader today. We are in the semifinals. Starting lineup for the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers, usual suspects. These are the ones that we're used to seeing. A typical starting lineup here for the girls who are looking for a three-peat. In the meantime, on the side of Signal, here we go again, and we're seeing no reinforcement in the lineup at the start.
So for now, this is not something new, that we're seeing from Signal. It has worked for them, pulling Kai off the bench, allowing her to deliver the points. But for now, we have this roster on hand. The fans are all hyped up.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about how short it is, this semi-final round. It is important for either of these teams to get a win today. And Basa.
Clearly, and the fans are all out, celebrating that first point scored by CREAMLINE. A good crowd here at the Big Dome, and they have a couple of games to enjoy, like you mentioned. Sabi mo nga, napakabilis ang pangyayari. So really, these both teams are poised to getting into the finals because of their sweeps in their previous line. That was a good point there by Araneta. Very rare, actually, to see Kyla Atienza there off guard. But that's a point for Signal. As we were saying, this is going to be a quick one, and both of them sweeping their first opponents in the day one of the semifinals puts them in very good positions. But whoever wins here will actually be in an even better footing to get into the finals in as little sense as possible, like we mentioned. Pero as it is now, sabihin natin, maganda ang sitwasyon nila pareho eh.
That's right. But in this match, makikita natin if this intensity, is how we are starting off this game, then we can expect no less para dito sa parehong koponan na to.
We've seen rallies between these two teams. We know how both of them can really challenge each other. Kahit na, as we see there, Cez Molina with a put away. Signal now with 2 points. Kahit na in the past 3 games, sa dalawang panalo na ang CREAMLINE against Signal, going back to the invitationals. We remember that in the preliminary round of the invitationals, natalo din ng Signal ang CREAMLINE. So they have it in them. Kaya nila. And we have been talking about this amongst us here in the panels, and all the fans also. Signal seems to be peaking at the right time. Except talk about the peak. Si Basa will always get contact of that ball right at the peak of it. Kaya baon na baon talaga.
And what you have to love is Morado really connecting very, very well with Basa.
We highlighted that in the beginning. Not just basa, but also set the bingos. We're going to be looking at that. Also the connection between Jelka Yuna and Riri Meneses, another one that we are highlighting. We're asking our Twitter fans also who between Riri and Sed will come up with bigger blocks today. Eliza Valdez going up. Three-man block against Eliza. Jel with that pickup. Ces Molina going up. Good dig there by Kyla. We're seeing the three-man block. Oh, what a good rally. Janela putting it up for Ces Molina once again, and the ball still alive. That one a little over. And an early gift for CREAMLINE after that long rally. Ilang minuto pa lang ba tayo dito, Ann?
First set
pa lang ito. We have an early report from Sam Corrales at courtside. Sam?
The CREAMLINE Cool Smashers know that more than the physicality, it's the mental toughness that will take them further from here. Eliza Valdez tells me that they've been trying to have that balance off the court by having bonding through food and through physical therapy. Now, they actually celebrated Gemma Galanza's birthday together yesterday, and they had conversations about everything but volleyball. The Phenom says aside from food, they like to bond over physical therapy sessions like for Yellow Bassa. Now, aside from keeping their chemistry on point, after their straight set win, Eliza also said they are paying extra attention on their reception against Signal. So let's find out if they can score another win over a gritty Signal team. Back to the panel.
Thanks so much, Sam. You know, in the midst of all of the screaming here, just the energy coming from the big dome. You could barely hear you, Sam, but I know our home audience picked up on all of your kwento about how these girls bond, no? Narinig ko lang, happy birthday, Gemma Galanza. She was able to celebrate her birthday. Meantime, Signal with that service error giving CREAMLINE their 6th point. So far, what we've been seeing, Anne, is really the blockers challenging Eliza Valdez, no? The three-man block consistent for Signal.
But, you know, so far, it has been a very intense start para dito sa parehong koponan. As we see, just some errors over there at the service line on the side of CREAMLINE.
Of course, you like to say that you're going to make these errors in the beginning. You're going to try out different services, size up your opponent, just get that out of the way sa umpisa na. And then you want to get more consistent with your services. Gemma Galanza's blocked. De Guzman gives it to her one more time, and that fantastic play by Gemma Galanza, just always using her smarts.
And she knew that the blockers would be there. And that second attempt, there was a wide opening behind the blockers. But, you know, for these attackers, you have to be very quick to think and very quick to decide.
Yeah. De Guzman now with the serve. CREAMLINE up by 2 early in this first set. And that block, Panaga with a kill block against Rachel Andakis. And CREAMLINE gets to 8 points first. Signal behind just by 3, and we are on our first technical timeout. We'll be back. We are back at the Big Dome. We are just well into our first set with CREAMLINE leading by 3 points. 8-5 is the score, as you see on your sets now. Gemma Galanza is dug there by Ces Molina. A lot of action between these two teams. Rachel Andakis this time getting a point off the blockers after being blocked earlier. Bumawi si Dakis.
Gotta love this energy.
Jel Cayuna, we know she has a dangerous serve, the best server in the league after the preliminaries. Oh, that one is outside.
Very tricky target area of Cayuna.
So parang gusto niya talaga, linalapit niya sa may sa may sideline para manghuhula na lang yung mga defenders. Yung magre-receive, kukunin ko ba o hindi. Oh, that was a tough one also by Gemma, but the ball's still good. And that's 2 in a row by Pangs Banaga. This time on the attack. She scored earlier off the block. Things are looking up for Pangs. And we have a timeout called by Signal.
Good. May dress. Atake. Kaya natin mag-create ng ano, ha? So pag nag-reserve, huwag lang magmadali. Ngayon, pasa muna. Focus muna tayo sa maganda receive. Okay? Let's go! Okay, hapo lang, ha? Taga.
Having a signal!
It's a 4-point deficit for Signal. What are you seeing? What is the difference, the advantage that you're seeing on the side of CREAMLINE at this point, Anne?
I think for CREAMLINE, they've done their homework in really looking at the open area, saan ba ang butas nitong Signal. Because, you know, Signal fighting just the same. Maganda ang kanilang blocking, lumalaban sila sa pagdating sa opensa. But, you know, CREAMLINE is really able to find those open areas. And it has worked for them so far.
Araneta with a push there. De Guzman giving it to Yellow Basa. Signal is able to stop that one. Dakis with the push, and that's off the block. Dakis scoring off in the hands of Liza Valdez there. Signal now, another point. That's a good serve, good reception by Kylie Atienza as well. And that one is called inside. That's a good one. Nakita natin yun yung ginagawa kanina on the other side. I think si Araneta was trying to do the same thing. But si Eliza Valdez is really able to hug that end line where hindi ko talaga alam, as a rule, alam ko sa inyo, when in doubt, get.
Yes. The coaches would always say that without get. If you let it go, nako.
Signal with a 3-point deficit still and a challenge called early by Signal. As you all know, you guys have been tuned in to our continuing coverage of the Reinforced Conference. Nandito na po ang challenge system sa PVL, and our teams get to challenge twice per set. Actually, they make a mistake twice, but then for so long as they're getting the challenges correctly, they can just keep going. And this is something that you cannot carry over to the next set. And as we saw, no, ang ginagamit din nila to more than to just challenge, but also to stall the opponents, to freeze them. Let's see if that... I don't see a touch there.
It was quite far. The clearance was quite far.
So that is an unsuccessful challenge by Signal. But like we said, no, ayaw mo na rin sayangin. And yun ang ginagamit nila for many other reasons. So the score will stay. And Signal get the serve back. Jeanette Panaga getting ready to serve. Let's take a look at Coach Shaq having to come to terms with that. Okay, let me take that back. So it is a success. So they were saying that there was a block touch, and Shaq said there is none. So it should be an unsuccessful. I think there was a mistake there on the Guardian, but CREAMLINE will get the point. Oh, that was definitely inside. Good effort there by Rachel Andakis to chase after that ball very deep there. Zone 5.
And you know, this is what we have been talking about. The way the offense of CREAMLINE is at the moment, they're really trying to play very smart. And we see a lot of hard spikes, daming powerful spikes but you also see that they're trying to score off the positioning nitong Signal.
And you know, CREAMLINE to really do their homework, like you said, this is part of their system, part of their culture, to really spend as much time just on the screens, you know, on the watching the tape, watching the videos, and even bonding time. We heard from Sam Corrales how really they also put premium on just making sure that they're all gelled, that they are all in their mindset is the same, and of course all the physical training. And that's what pays off, and that's why CREAMLINE is just totally at their peak. 13-8 now, 5-point lead for the Cool Smashers. And this is off system. Molina will make do. And again, an underhanded set there, but Galanza picked up by Jel Cayuna there. Gia, back row to Yellow. Buhay pang bola, again a rally. Missed time there by Sed.
One of the few times you would see poor connection between Domingo and de Guzman.
And you know, we see that when the game is going so quickly, parang napakabilis ng pace, somehow doesn't it seem like it is to the advantage of Signal? Because then they will force errors that we don't usually see, like that miscommunication between Sed and Gia. But Liza Valdez just knows what to do. Finds that corner every time, zone 1.
Some adjustments needed in the positioning of the defenders on the side of Signal. These corners have been a go-to spot for CREAMLINE.
Molina with a dink. Nice coverage by Jack Janela there. Molina will go up one more time. Great dig by Kyla. And that one actually maybe a little too close to the net.
And Morado had to actually run to that. She was still in motion, causing that violation call on her.
One more time on that. Yeah, talaga nadikit si Gia sa net.
Too many factors actually trying to avoid the net. Malapit sa net, she had to run to it.
Wow, look at that. Rachel Andakis on to Gia de Guzman. Maybe the studying is happening on both sides. It looks like Signal. Inaralan din ang CREAMLINE to see really, siguro kailangan mong hulaan na rin when Gia de Guzman will come up with her trick plays, and you know that she has that in her arsenal.
But in that case, kitang-kita ni Dakis when Gia already just raised one hand trying to drop the ball. But again, ito na naman ang playing smart on the side of CREAMLINE.
And that's what Liza Valdez this time, just thinking the ball over when it was least expected. She looked like she was going strong for that ball. And Jack Janela couldn't get to it. Another point, CREAMLINE up by 4. Caviteños, proud of their hometown girl, Sed Domingo. And it's been Liza Valdez, the go-to girl so far in this first set, this time from back row. And they're at 16 points. We are at our second technical timeout, and CREAMLINE is up by 5. We'll be back. Catch the UAAP Season 85 Cheer Dance Competition as the 8 cheering squads from all 8 universities perform on December 10th at the Mall of Asia Arena. watch the action live on the UAAP Varsity channel. And One Sports starting at 4 p.m. Hashtag Rise as One. Back here at the Big Dome. CREAMLINE with a 5-point lead. Midway into this first set. Again, this is a semifinals. Day 2. Both of these teams coming off of 3-set wins against their opponents. And again, that 3-man block we're seeing from Signal. And that slide, Janela was onto Panaga there. Dakis will send it over. Let's see who Gia goes to. And thwarted again. Gia's a 1-2 play there. Signal has been really focused, no? Talagang hindi nila binibitawan at sinusundan talaga yung movement ng bola.
And, you know, this should be a good front row for Signal. But Meneses now moves to the back. But it was a strong front line for them, most especially when it comes to blocking. And actually, itong rotation na to yung dapat they take advantage of. Right now, it is only Dakis, no, who has at least scored 2 points in terms of attacks para dito sa Signal. Meneses also, but so far, hindi pa nasusundan.
That's the point off of the service. And we have a timeout called by CREAMLINE.
So make sure na mapapalo yung running. So pero mas maganda siguro, tulong-tulong na tayo sa one gitna. One gitna.
Yes.
Kita nyo naman, dalawa talaga daw, isa dito.
Yes, coach.
Wala, basta pag nasa kabila yung bola, ready lang tayo sa block, ready sa depensa.
Yes, coach.
Let's go!
Let's
go! Hey, CREAMLINE!
CREAMLINE with a 3-point lead, better right away. That was 2 quick points by Signal. So parang something happened for Signal after that second technical timeout.
That's right. And, you know, I think it doesn't help also na pagdating dito sa side ng CREAMLINE, they've been, you know, just on point. So far, it has been Valdez and Baza who's been delivering the points. Pero yung mga errors na ganyan na nangyayari on the side of Signal, yung kanilang mga service error na hindi nakakatulong, at least on their end. They were off to such a good start, really keeping at pace. Talagang nasasabayan kanina yung CREAMLINE, so they cannot slow down.
Ball is back with CREAMLINE. 17-13. Score. Back row attack. That was a soft one from Molina. Quick. Nice defense there by Araneta. Basa with a wind-up. That was definitely inside. Even Jack Janela knew it. That's a great down-the-line hit by Basa. We mentioned earlier, and that this is a game where really Yellow Basa has to come through because it's getting more and more important really to win and win by as few sets as possible. We have a timeout.
Okay ha, pasa muna tayo ha. Yun lang. Tapos maka-atake ka doon sa kabila ha. Over tayo ha, attack over. Sige.
Let's go!
Go. Pasa muna ha, pasa muna tayo.
Dito, one side.
Happy na Signal!
Take a timely reminder there, and for the girls in red, the HT Spikers really get that first pass because they have so many plays. We know that Jel Cayuna has been performing splendidly, but she hasn't been given much of a chance really to show what she's got. Five-point lead by CREAMLINE. Signal coach Shaq looking for a good first pass to get their plays going. It's good. And that one outside by Doria, untouched.
That is the first attack error, I believe, no, on the side of Signal. But what has plagued them at least here in the first set, meron na silang 5 service errors. So the errors, something they need to look into.
Yellow Basa going up again. Good coverage there, Doria. And unfortunately for Angelia Araneta, couldn't keep that ball in play. And you know, we're looking at Signal, who actually did better in the blocking department than CREAMLINE during the preliminaries. So we expect that they really bring their blocking in. You know, they're the third best blocking team. And ang CREAMLINE naman, of course, their blocking is also very efficient, but it's more to stop the ball, no? Not to score off of the blocks. But we see that actually a CREAMLINE is also challenging the balls that come through.
Kayuna happy with that point.
More time on that. And yan ang maganda kay Jel Kayuna eh. Pwede rin skumor.
So far in this game, she's already scored 2 points.
Angeli Araneta there, timing the ball. Valdez has been doing great defense also for her team so far. That one gets away from Jel, and again, it's Basa coming from the left side this time. She's been doing damage. 21-14. It's a 7-point lead now. Palaki na palaki ang lamang. Medyo naiiwan na ang Signal dito in this first set. Basa looking good. Gemma Galanza. Wow, perfect.
Excellent set. Great connection between Doria and Kayuna.
Bumawi siya, no? Because you saw that unforced error on the attack by Doria earlier. But look at that.
And you know, you gotta appreciate that play also. Walang blocker for Doria. So they didn't get to read that play very well.
Again, we were talking about the advantage of speeding things up. And that one escaped Gia de Guzman. Nakikita natin because napaka-efficient and di ba ng depensa ng CREAMLINE. That's what they are known for, just their floor defense. So the only way really to challenge them perhaps is to speed things up. That's a good reception there by Atienza. Basa. And that one looks like it's out.
One of the few times we'd see Basa with an error.
Timeout.
Ayaw naman idalin doon. So, relax na tayo sa receive.
Yes, coach.
Isa't isa din ang service nila, pero gagawa na natin ng paraan.
Yes,
Pag
coach.
may papalo, cover tayo ha. Suporta sa ano. Sa banks, totoong tumba ng maganda. Pwede naman, limit na ka agad eh. Ha? Let's go. Go, Yellow.
Hey, CREAMLINE!
Still a 4-point lead by CREAMLINE. They chose to call a timeout there, perhaps also to ice the server. Pero ito naman si Rachel Andas, such a pro. Veterana. And that was the play, definitely, that Coach Sherwin was calling for. It was perfect execution there by Pans Panaga. She's been scoring well also for the Cool Smashers today, Anne.
This is what we mentioned also in the pregame, with Morado, and maybe also because they have good defense, good first ball. She's really able to utilize all of her attackers in the front row.
22-17. And Doria strikes again. If it ain't broke, sabi nga nila, don't fix it. And a good decision by Jel Kayuna to give it to Doria, who's got hot hands so far.
Those quick sets have been working very well for them.
She's at the serve, 26-year-old, 5'11", Rose Doria. And she is good with the defense as well. Angeli Araneta is dug by Gemma Galanza. Yellow will just send it over. Too much, too over. And that is a break for Signal. That should have been an easy ball lang to be sent over by Yellow. Cooked it, and CREAMLINE still with a lead, but it's dwindling now just by 3. And we have Beria coming in for the first time in this match. serve. Good reception there. Yellow Basa. The two-man block, and Beria didn't know. She knows she was within reach. She could have still put that ball up. Pero medyo siguro malamig pa. And she's still feeling her way on the court. Kakapasok pa lang one more time in this play. As we see it, parang kaya pa niya sana. But that's a point anyway for CREAMLINE, who's getting closer and closer to taking this set. Kyle Negrito is now in also to set for CREAMLINE. Area sending it back. Gemma Galanza was there. Mitch Gumabao also in the game now, and she will score in true Mitch Gumabao fashion. She wastes no time. She scores the first time she gets the ball and puts CREAMLINE in position to win this first set. Oh no, was somebody?
Oh, there was a block and it landed on the side of CREAMLINE. But then, you know, this is one challenge, for those players coming off the bench. When you come in, no more time to warm up. Gotta play the game right away.
Okay, so my bad. It was actually not a good start yet for Gumabao. Hindi pa siya nakapuntos noon. But CREAMLINE still up by 2. But still, we'd noticed that all season long, all conference long, really, whenever they put in Michelle Gumabao, she's so efficient. She doesn't waste any time. Parang she just really knows how to quietly score and do her work, do her job. But these blocks really working for Signal. Beria with a kill, and the crowd loving it. Signal's fans also out to cheer them on today at the Big Dome. One more time on that play.
That execution, avoiding the block, getting a good clearance for Tai.
And Signal just within a point of CREAMLINE now. Valdez going cross-court this time. She's been going down the line, decides to switch it up, and that will get CREAMLINE to set point.
You gotta love that effort. Alam niya that na binabantayan siya, and really went for that long cross-court angle.
And she is at serve. Let's see if she can end things now. It's a good reception there by Beria. She's going up for the hit, and she finds the empty spot down the line there, keeping Signal's hopes alive still for this first set. And she is at the serve. One more time on that play. Nice and easy for Tai Beria. Still set point for CREAMLINE. Galanza is dug by Beria. Daki's timing it off the block. Good defense there by Lai. And that is the point and the win for Gemma Galanza in this first set. CREAMLINE fans appreciating the effort of the Cool Smashers, just staying with it. Signal was pesky. They kept coming and getting closer to CREAMLINE and just really a thorn on their side. But finally, CREAMLINE pulling through with that win, 25-23, a hotly contested first set. We'll be back to break it down after this. 25-23. It took 31 minutes for the Cool Smashers to finally get that win. They had a strong start. They had up to a 7-point lead against the Signal HD Spikers, but the girls in red just kept coming back. Never got the lead though, Anne, but look at the highlights here.
You know, when it mattered, they started off very strong. Yung tama ka nga, no, nag-slow down midway, but in the latter part, it was just, I guess, unfortunate for Signal na might have been too late already. The momentum on the side of Creamline Cool Smash, it was really on their side. But nakasabay naman at yun nga, no, pinahirapan din naman nila kahit papano ang Creamline in that last set. But I think if you look at how Creamline just performed in that first set, as we first look at the numbers, it was clearly dominating, no, pagdating sa Creamline when it comes to their offense. 17 as opposed to only 11 para sa Signal in that first set. While kita natin talagang na-challenge ang Creamline pagdating sa blocking ng Signal. No? 3 block points there for Signal, 1 for Creamline. Nakakuha rin ng isang service ace ang Creamline. But when we look at the errors, we will see that it is the point production. Doon siguro nagkulang itong Signal in that last set. They struggled a bit. Yun nga, midway into that set. So the big question as they enter the second set, how consistent can they be?
Well, we've seen them perform all conference long. I think if there's one thing that we can say about the Creamline, for one, it's really their system and how good it is and how solid it is and how consistent it is. Use your words, no? And the thing about Signal naman, we've seen a slow but sure rise, and many say they are peaking at the right time. So let's see also if that works to their advantage, because they got really close in that first set. So it's going to be, I think, that kind of match all day long. First point by Creamline again. And Gemma Galanza will celebrate her birthday in a couple of days, but already had her party. At least, nagkaroon naman sila ng content to bond. And tingnan natin kung magiging maagang birthday gift ito for Gemma. Meantime, Signal with the defense, but just Panaga again with another kill block. She did that very early in the first set as well. Panaga just showing how effective she is at the front. Gia de Guzman, #1 setter in the league. Araneta timing it, and she gets it off the hands of the blockers this time. Signal finally on the board. Ito naman si Araneta, hindi na namili talaga, no? That wasn't the easiest of setups. It was just a bump set coming from the back, pero nagawa ng paraan pa rin ni Angeli Araneta for Signal's first point in the second set. Quick one! Great read by Jonella. Beria pushing the ball over. Gia de Guzman was there. Villalobasa is timing the ball, and that is just a wicked hit, but that looks like it's going to be, is it called outside? And quickly, right away, we have a challenge here. I think we all need to take a look at that again. That was so quick yung dating nung bola. We're going to see if meron ngang black touch. Hindi nag-challenge ang Creamline the first set, no? Hindi nila ginamit.
But, you know, that last attempt, that last attack, quite tricky. Kasi talagang it was already towards the sideline. But let's see.
Dikit na dikit. So far, the output of Villalobasa has been what actually we were expecting, because as we take a look at this, tingin ko no, yeah, no then.
But there's none. But, you know, Basa has already delivered 7 points in this match. And we are only, you know, starting the second set.
So that point stays with Signal, and they get the serve. Oh, wow! That's those tricky serves. An ace there for Cez Bolina and Kayla Atienza. That was well within her reach. Pero
let go, ano? Because, you know, the way they would read it, paglabas sa upper part ng iyong body at the end line, you would consider that out. But, you know, that was a good floater. The last minute, it dropped at the end line.
May sariling isip yung bola ni Ces Molina. Beria, and that bounces off of the shoulders of Pangs Panaga, and that's another point for Signal, who are now up by 2 points early in the second set. Sam Corrales has a report for us. Sam?
Ever since that Chocamucho game, Ty Beria has just been on fire for the Signal HD Spikers. As one of the youngest reinforcements, Ty got solid advice from veteran Ces Molina. Ces actually reminded Ty before that game to focus on herself because she noticed that she has been worrying about the team too much. Ces told Ty, stay confident and play your game so that the others can do their jobs too. It's been nowhere to go but up from there, so let's see if those words of motivation from Ces will go a long way. Back to the panel.
We know that the reinforcements bring a lot of experience into this league, and many of our local players really derive a lot of inspiration from them. But it's good to hear from Sam's report na si Ty Beria, who's also the youngest of the reinforcements, gets a lot from her players, the locals. Natututo din siya.
Yeah, and I think here, it really works both ways. It pushes the locals to exert all the effort that they can. And for Ty also, di ba, yung challenge na to do your best, because like what Sam has mentioned, so that the rest can also do their job.
And of course, you hand it to Coach Shaq to figure out the kind of dynamic that will work best for HD Spikers, pulling Beria off the bench. He's been doing that in the last 4 games. And it looks like, there's something about starting with an all-Filipino 6 for Signal. And Doria, again. That's 3 for Doria. She's been effective as well.
Layuna and Doria with those quick sets. That one-hand set still worked for Doria.
Great job there. And Signal leading in the second set. 6-4 the count. And again, another smart play. Liza Valdez showing her versatility, just delivering all sorts of offensive moves here.
Valdez with 8 points already in this match.
Siya, kung tignan natin, iba-iba yung dating ng bola, yung mga puntos na yan. May mga drop ball, may mga placing, may mga talagang tusok na tusok. And joust again. A very interesting rally here. Liza Valdez will try to put a stop. Beria digs it. And that one is outside. Set the Pico couldn't keep that ball in play. And we can see the smiles on the faces of the players kasi kakaiba yung nangyayari. The ball was not leaving the net area.
And you see how eager all of the frontliners were. Talagang ibabalik kung ibabalik. But likewise, yung defense or yung coverage from both teams as they really tried to keep the ball alive.
Valdez is dug again by Beria there. Molina will time it. Two-man block! De Guzman! And Set Domingo. Double block. One more time on that last play. It's actually Gia getting that block. And that feels good. We always ask these players, anong mas gusto nyo? Monster block or kill? Monster block lagi.
Iba yung pakiramdam.
Signal is at 8 points first. CREAMLINE with 6, and we are at our first technical timeout. We'll be back. Follow my team, Gilas Pilipinas. Watch and support Gilas Pilipinas live in the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Follow my team Pass Philippines is now available to give you access to all 5 Gilas Pilipinas games in the preliminary round. Purchase your tickets via register.worldcup.basketball. #win for all. Back to the game. Signal with a 3-point lead now after that service ace. And Rose Doria, how about her output so far, Anne?
You know, she's been very efficient. We have been mentioning how effective she has been in the front line. Yun nga, ang ganda ng connection nila ni Kayuna. And, you know, when Doria is in front, we can expect those fast plays to come in. But of course, again, credit that to the good first ball no, nakukuha ng Signal.
And that's definitely something that they were looking for in the first set. Mas maganda na ngayon ang distribution, but Seth Domingo umiinit na. Seth Domingo, we know, is a big contributor also. She many times stops the scoring here for CREAMLINE. And she was a little bit quiet in the first set, no? Pero ito na, nagpaparamdam na si Seth.
So far, only 2 points in this match. Ang leading scorers ng CREAMLINE, IC Valdez with 8 points, Basa with 7, Galanza with 5. But ito, the expectation, and we know this, the distribution of sets mula kay De Guzman is actually very good. But bago yan, no? Ito munang Signal, ayaw magpaiwan. I guess, Chicky, they realize they cannot play catch up with CREAMLINE. They have to make sure that they get this comfortable lead. And so far, it has been working for them. Momentum seems to be on their side.
And talk about the distribution now that Cesc Molina contributing now, no? And makikita mo na spread out talaga. If you look at the points, walang nangingibabaw. And Jel Kayuna showing what she does there. And a timeout. Jel with that service ace.
Bumaba tayo ng konti, taas natin yung bola.
Yes, Coach.
Sige lang, dodos ka. Pag may receive, talagang pipig ka dyan. Kaya magamis ka si Gia. Ready kayo ha, ready kayo. Kasi nandun sila lahat. Ha? Pero kung gusto mo mag-running, okay, walang problema. Basta siguraduhin natin na maganda papaluin natin. Ha?
Timing lang, Pax. Timing.
Let's go, first line si Gia. Medyo okay lang, medyo sumobra ng konti. Let's go.
Hey, CREAMLINE!
Seems and situations are reversed now. Now it's CREAMLINE looking for that good first pass. MJ Phillips here. She has a game coming up today. Relax muna si MJ. Manunod muna siya.
Oo, magkakape-kape muna siya. And she seems to be enjoying this match. At bakit hindi, no?
I'm sure all of you at home enjoying your Sunday afternoon with us here. And that one is outside. And Signal. They're just piling on the points. A 5-point lead. We remind them that they never led in the first set. Umabol, pero hindi sila nakalamang sa CREAMLINE. Pero bumabaliktad ngayon ang simoy ng hangin. Medyo pumapabor sa Signal HD. Back set to Basa. Nice dig there. Great save, General. Is in for libero. And that's off the block. Gemma Galanza will score. It's been a while. CREAMLINE finally back on the scoreboard. Finally clipping that run by Signal.
Galanza, 2 attack points here in the second set.
Janela there with a nice reception. De Guzman back set to Basa. That one is good. And Signal was hoping, counting on the ball to sail outside, but mukhang tansyang-tansya na ni Yellow Basa.
Such a well-executed long attack from Basa. Alam niyang walang tao, alam niya nakapasok yung depensa.
That's a good serve. Meneses sending the ball over there. Medyo mistimed. Basa will go up and with a ding. Janela nakabantay. Cesc Molina from the right side this time. Look at Liza Valdez with a good effort, but couldn't get the ball up. And Signal will score again. Back to 4, the lead for Signal. You see General and Junella on the side of Signal, alternating. A nice dive there by Liza Valdez, but just not enough. Really, Eliza has been having a really good day with her attacks, and we see that she contributes also at the back with Galanza. Again, outsmarting the blockers of Signal here.
So Gemma knows that she has got to play smart. Hindi naman nga lahat, no, kailangan opensan, and she saw that opportunity behind the blockers.
She's at the serve now. And Julia Reneta dug by Gemma Galanza. It's been the Gemma Galanza show the past couple of sequences. Viera keeps the ball in play. Oh, and that one's outside. Sayang, no? She manages to get it over. Ng habol. Take a look at that one more time. Sayang. But this is what makes it exciting volleyball. Talagang walang gustong magpapatay ng bola. That's a service error. And a lucky break for Signal. They will get the ball back and still maintain the lead. Lead down to 3. It was up to 5 points today.
What's interesting is that here in the second set, kaya rin nakakuha ng magandang lamang itong Signal. They've been scoring quite a number of aces already, as we saw that good and well-executed offense on the side of CREAMLINE.
One more time on that. It's a good decoy by Pangs there, just giving Liza Valdez all the opportunity for that kill. Again, these combination attacks. We know CREAMLINE is a well-oiled machine. You just get them their good first pass, and Gia de Guzman will always know what to do. And that one's a little over. And still, CREAMLINE gets to recycle here, and it has been Liza Valdez all day long. This time off the block. And CREAMLINE.
That was called out. Long shot there for Valdez.
Naghahabol talaga ang CREAMLINE. Hindi makadikit. And Signal, in the meantime, things are just working for them offensively when they get the good pass. Pero yung mga mabilisan na ganyan, this time natataranta naman on the side of Signal. And you hear the crowd responding to the substitution made by Coach Sherwin, putting Tots Carlos in for the first time in the game today. And of course, let's see if this is going to change things up for CREAMLINE. Kyle Agrido now doing the serving duties, setting duties rather, for CREAMLINE. Beria doing her job. 4 points today. Signal with a 3-point advantage against CREAMLINE in the second technical timeout. 16-13 is the count. We'll be back. The biggest basketball event in 2023 is coming to the Philippines. Purchase your FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Ultimate Finals Fan Pass and get access to the much-anticipated FIBA World Cup 2023 Championship game along with a battle for third place game, semifinals, and quarterfinals games. Visit register.worldcup.basketball for more details. Hashtag win for all. Signal with a lead of 4. Midway into the second set. CREAMLINE took the first set, and Valdez, once again, already 10 today. And she's, so far, the top scorer, no? And for the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Yuna pushing it out to Molina. Molina again. She's dug by Kyle Negrito. That one is dug by the area. Negrito going to Carlos again. A soft one. Jelka Yuna was there for the coverage. Molina is stopped. Said Domingo. Stopped there too. Doria. And what a great rally there. What a rally indeed. And look at this crowd erupt. Ito yung gusto nila, yung mga sulit na sulit yung mga puntos.
Ngayon, kailangan tumaas yung percentage ng atake natin. Sis, pag nagbabalikan, pwede tayo mag-beatress, wag lang ng basic. Usap tayo. I-play naman tayo eh. Huwag tayo mag-stop dun sa gusto natin mangyari. Okay? Lamang tayo. Okay? Okay tayo. Tuloy lang natin yung maganda natin ginagawa. Ha?
Medyo nagpapanik ng konti si Coach Shaq dahil lumalapit na naman ng CREAMLINE. But that last sequence that we saw, Ann, that was just explosive. And we see, like we said, the points are all hard-earned. Parang walang madaling mga puntos eh.
The rallies have been very intense. And actually, no, makikita mo and you see the expression of the players no, when it ended on the side of Signal. Yung panghihinayang. Because ang haba, sayang yung pinaghirapan nila.
Well, CREAMLINE actually has not led yet. So this is really, it has been Signal's set, this second set. But Eliza Valdez has been consistent on the attack. She's scored double digits already here. And an unfortunate service error for the Phenom. And that's point number 18 for Signal. Again, we go back to the history of these two teams. The last 3 games, the last game that they played here in the reinforcement conference, naka 4 sets. Nanalo naman ang Signal, pero naka-isang set din. Nanalo rather ang CREAMLINE, pero naka-isang set din ang Signal. As we see Doria. And Signal just really wanting to win it in the second one. Win the second set already.
You see the effort of Signal to really have that strong defense at the net.
They know that is their bread and butter. They are the 3rd best blockers in the league. Tots Carlos.
Si Tots, bago pa makapwesto yung blocker, paluin na natin.
Mahirap ma-penetrate, pero kinaya ni Tots Carlos. And just great timing. She was so quick on that attack that the blockers of Signal couldn't catch up.
But also credit that Decoy, dahil yung middle blocker ng Signal, nag-commit sa gitna, leaving Tots with just 1 blocker.
And that's 2 in a row for the Cool Smashers. And they're still within 2 points here. CREAMLINE getting fired up after this last play.
This is where... Go ahead. This is where it gets tricky for Signal. They currently still have the lead, but you will see the body language. Merong pressure ngayon on their side. So it would be good to see how they can shift back the momentum again sa kanilang side.
But CREAMLINE has a chance here. That one is a little bit over. And natawag. Somebody was at the net here. And somebody went over, it seems. It's going to be a violation call.
Hindi. Over niya po, ma'am. Sinet niya. Half. Over niya. Left tayo. Left ka naman. Kaliwa na. Left, wait lang ha. Kasi, backset. Yes, ma'am. Backset siya eh. Backset siya. Yes, ma'am. Over na yung bola. Nakatatap ng blocker. Kaya, legal back. Okay na po. Wala nga siya mag-set.
And we see team captain Eliza Valdez really just fighting for that point. There's a violation called against CREAMLINE that they're questioning.
Yeah, but yun nga si Eliza unhappy with that last call. And she was explaining, hindi siya magbablock at hindi siya tatalon bilang back row daw itong si Negrito. But of course, well, no challenge has been raised. Ball is in play. We retain that call. And let's see kung anong magiging play.
And again, it's that Pangs Panaga play. And I mean, that has been working all day long. Pangs Panaga, just really very dangerous against Signal here. You know, she's so consistent. That's only her third point, but we know that she has been a part of many of the plays. She always goes up for the block. And ang sipag talaga ni Pangs Panaga. And really putting out quality minutes here for CREAMLINE. That's why she's really earned her place as a starter for the Cool Smashers. Masa this time. Ito yung sinasabi mong the poise and the maturity. Hindi kinakabog ang CREAMLINE. Sila yung naghahabol pero cool na cool.
See a lot of composure on their side, really taking it 1 point at a time.
I mean, true to their name. You know, they are so cool under pressure. Molina, dug there by Liza Valdez. Great defense. Oh, another time, but too much. They are really making Liza Valdez work in the back there. Kaya pinahihirapan.
And this is also good decision to set it to Molina.
Yep, great job by Cesc Molina just getting through the two-man block of CREAMLINE. Signal still up by 2 points. They gave up that first set. CREAMLINE won that first one, 25-23. Basa! Ang tunog! Ang lutong nun, ah!
So much power.
And ang bilis din ang dating. And really credit to Gia de Guzman with that really very precise setting. Putting the ball exactly where Yellow wanted it. Gemma Galanza can tie it up now. And she does. The birthday girl getting CREAMLINE at 21 all. And a timeout by Signal.
Sige, Jack, talk lang. Okay lang. Okay na yun. Okay na tayo dun, okay? O ngayon, one good pass muna tayo. Atake tayo naman. Jel, bahala ka sa play natin, okay? Sige, go. Okay lang yun. Okay tayo, okay naman tayo eh. Ang kailangan lang natin, mag-all out pa tayo sa dulo, okay? Sige, go.
End game.
Sabi ni Coach Shaq, kailangan na mag-all out na tayo sa dulo. Anong translation mo doon, Ann?
Dito, bawal nang pumikit, bawal mag-relax. But I think, you know, it has to start with, kita natin doon, no, that last point, that last service ace, no, scored by CREAMLINE. Nagkaroon ng konting, siguro miscue or miscommunication dito sa mga receivers ng Signal. And sabi nga nila, you have to own up to it. When in doubt, kunin mo na lang.
Kunin mo na lang.
Sigurado.
There's a good receive there by Darian. She goes up for the hit, and she's dug by Gemma Galanza. A chance here, Liza Valdez with a block there by Riri Meneses. Yellow escapes Cayuna, and CREAMLINE will take the lead for the first time in the second set. as the crowd erupts at the Big Dome. Great angle shot there by Yellow Basa. And she is fired up. CREAMLINE with a lead, 22-21. Area. Araneta, picked up by Galanza. Liza Valdez is blocked. Ball still good. De Guzman looking for Eliza again. And that one is inside on the side of CREAMLINE. That's a point for Signal. We are tied at 22. What an exciting second set, and
You see all the effort being poured in on the side of CREAMLINE. Just the same, itong Signal, ano, sabi nga ni Coach Shaq, go all out. They cannot relax. They cannot give away any more points dito sa CREAMLINE.
look at these pickups though by Galanza. And it has really been the defense of Galanza. She's been so consistent there in the back row. Not to mention the service ace that she delivered and the hit. It has been Gemma Galanza in this past few sequences really getting CREAMLINE to where they are. 23-22, CREAMLINE again at the cusp of winning the second set, but not if Signal can help it. We have Phil Cayetano coming in for the serve here. Jay De Guzman is going to be working with Yellow, Liza, and Seth Domingo at the front row, and that's a service error. A chance and a break for Signal here.
Flawless
23
volleyball
all.
para sa Signal, dapat.
Yeah. That's a good reception. Look at Yellow, dug by Molina. Beria going up. Oh! And Beria getting Signal at set point here. That was a great hit. It's all power, and one more time on that. Binilisan na lang talaga, no? Hinahabol ni Sed. And we have a timeout.
Sed, it's okay. Pwedeng ibigay sa'yo, pwedeng mag-press.
Yes.
Pero pinaka-importante, pagka medyo lumayo na yung receive, reaction agad yan.
Yes, coach.
Ha? Yeah, relaxan yan. Focus mo na sa receive.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, wala yan ha. Isa.
Wala pressure ha, si Neta,
Yes, yes.
medyo... Isa lang natin.
First attack tayo, first attack, first
Okay.
attack.
Let's go.
Hey, CREAMLINE!
Signal worked hard to get to this point. Set point against CREAMLINE, which is just so... They are almost flawless with their defense, I have to say. Grabe yung coverage nila sa back row.
That has truly helped. But at this point, especially for the Signal fans, ano, Signal is in a good position to close out this match.
Let's see if Beria does it. It's like they won the match. But it was actually a very important second set win for Signal. They needed to tie things up. They needed to show everyone and prove to themselves as well that they can win a set against the formidable CREAMLINE Pool Smashers. And that is going to do wonders for their morale. It is going to make an even more interesting matchup here on this Sunday afternoon. It's now one apiece. Pool Smashers and the HT Spikers are tied, and we'll be back to break down that second set after these.
High school. I graduated sa UST High School naman. When I was in high school, fun fact, hindi talaga ako open hitter. Medal talaga ako kasi I don't know how to play. So si Ate Rhea lang yung magbibigay sa akin ng bola. Pero nung second year to fourth year, kinonvert na ako as an open hitter. Sobrang patient ng mga coaches ko kasi talagang binigyan nila ako ng time para matuto ako. Thank you to my coaches, MSC Servants, Coach Kung Fu, hello, Coach Ian. I represented NCR noong palarong pangbansa. Naalala ko talaga, nag-champion kami nito, pero tagabigay din ako ng water dito. Hindi rin ako part ng first six. I gladly accepted that role kasi I was with amazing players like sila Z, everyone, sila Phil also was here, sila Ate Jam. Yan yung kwento niyan. Di ba sobrang liit ko pa, kaya talagang as a, tayo dito, water girl. Oy! So, normally, we celebrate our Christmas party sa mga bahay-bahay ng mga teammates namin. If I'm not mistaken also, ito yung last Christmas party namin with Coach Roger as a head coach. So, memorable talaga to. Coach Roger, we miss you. Ineng, hello. Medyo hindi natin ina-expect na ganito pala ang magiging buhay dahil sa volleyball. Madaming mga pagsubok na haharapin, pero lalaban ka dahil may mga taong sumusuporta sa'yo. They just want to see you succeed. Tutulungan ka, sasamahan ka, alalayan ka. And I'm just thankful na nabigyan ako ng chance na yun yung mga na-meet ko along the way. So just keep on going, do the things that makes you happy, and smile always.
Phenom executed perfectly.
Forever, volleyball would always be in my heart.
And those are really the best, those iconic features where we get to know more about the life outside of volleyball for our stars. Meantime, 25-23 was how that second set went. And like we were saying, and talagang parang finals, parang nanalo na ang Signal. But so important kasi to get that win.
That's true. Yung ating score, pati yung oras, like a mirror image for set number 1 and 2. Pero ito, what is very interesting as we look at the second set statistics, no? Signal 1, small margin lang, dalawang 2-point difference. Offense, CREAMLINE still leading in this department, 16 as opposed to only 10. Pagdating sa blocking, sila rin yung nanguna. No, but Signal where they had an advantage was nakita naman natin kanina yung kanila mga service aces, that was 4 points. But I think if CREAMLINE were to look at that second set, they would realize 10 errors yung kanilang naipamigay. So 10 free points for Signal in the second set. So kumbaga siguro they had a big hand at why Signal won that last set.
So really just minimizing those errors will make a big impact on the game of CREAMLINE, no? Kung mabawasan lang talaga nila. And we know that CREAMLINE is the #1 serving team. As a team, they're #1 in serves after the preliminary. So, pero ang nag-service ace ngayon, naka-apat na ang Signal. So they are the ones taking advantage of the serves and being able to score in that department. So really, it's also very deceptive, no? If we're looking at the rankings and how Signal has performed so far in the preliminaries, it doesn't reveal or it doesn't betray. Parang it almost betrays the way Signal is performing now. Kasi like if you look at it, they're #9 in receive, #7 in set, #9 in dig. Alam mo, hindi masyado matataas. But we also know that Signal has took a while to get to their top form, which is what we're seeing now. And I think yun nga, sabi mo, it's about composure and just maintaining that. If they can do that throughout, this match, then they will have a better chance at a very tried and tested CREAMLINE already.
For now, we await the result of this challenge. Yung block touch.
Oh, that looks like a touch.
You see the movement,
Definitely there was a touch. That was a good challenge there. Ito yung lagi ko tinatanungan. Talaga bang kuminsan hindi mo nararamdaman? Akala mo malinis?
Minsan mabilis, minsan alam mo at nararamdaman mo. But why would you offer?
Totoo naman.
Nako, nag-touch, di ba?
Totoo naman. Oh, wow. Ball right back to Signal here. Ananeta goes up. And that block by Basa to score. CREAMLINE now with 2 points. And the crowd loving it. Sam Corrales, where are you? We want to hear from you again, Sam.
Well, we're here at courtside over at the Signal side, and Jel Cayuna tells me that they have been through a lot to get this point. Sabi ni Jel na parang dumaan talaga sila sa butas ng karayom to get here, kaya malakas ang kanilang kapit today. Jel makes sure to read her teammates kasi nafe-feel niya yung eagerness from her spikers or blockers. Now I asked Jel how she maintains connection with Riri Meneses, at sabi niya na lagi silang nagko-communicate on the floor. Nakukuha daw nila ang attention ng isa't isa, and that's exactly what they need to help them continue their momentum in this set. Back to the panel.
Thanks so much for that, Sam Corrales. And yes, communication is key, and I'm sure it's a challenge. And you will know this, and also when you have a crowd that's this boisterous and this into the game, you have to find a way to be able to communicate with your teammates kahit di kayo nagkakarinigan.
Tama yan. And you know, that's why connection is also very important ano, sa maraming bagay, because volleyball is a team sport. Yun nga, communication is key. But in this case, bukod dun sa crowd, yung bilis din ng mga pangyayari. No? And, you know, we have very experienced players right here. But Galanza just showing us how much experienced of a player she is.
And ito na yung pinapag-usapan natin kanina, no? We know yung kalibre ng services ng Creamline. So pinapakita na nila. Just one ace so far up until this one. So dalawa na. Gemma Galanza continues to serve. Cesc Molina from the right side. Ball still good. Cesc will push the ball over. That one is called outside. And that's going to be a point for Creamline. Already with a 4-point advantage early in this third set. And that calls for a timeout by Coach Shaq.
Okay na tayo. One set. Panalo na. First ball. One good pass. Okay? Kailangan receive muna tayo. Tapos gawa tayo ng play. Ses! Isa lang yung direksyon ng bola natin. Lipat-lipat mo siya. Okay, tsaga. One good pass. Sige, pwede. Patras sa makineta.
You know, if you're Signal and the team players, you feel the trust and the confidence that your coach has in you and the way he delivers his messages during the huddles. Narinig natin, talagang hinahanapan siya ng iba-ibang direksyon. Isang direksyon lang daw pinupuntahan ng bola mo, sabi niya kay Cesc. So we are expecting Cesc now to vary up her attacks a little more for spending those good passes that Jel Cayuna needs. How to stop the Gemma Galanza serve.
She's been sending strong, sharp serves.
But Janela did a good job with that one, and Beria converts. Coach Shaq, that was a good timeout that he called. Just remind the girls just to get that first ball. And General and Janela are switching sides here. General is now in as libero for Signal as Cesc Molina serves. That one is outside, untouched. They're going to challenge it. Oh, it looks like there is a tip. Oh, check that. That is actually a check ball. Four-point lead for Creamline. And again, it's a first ball. So ito na yung mga service ace.
And, you know, if you are a fan of Creamline, you have to appreciate how they immediately switched off that loss in that previous set. Kasi the way they are playing at the moment, parang hindi mo makikitaan na down sila, no? That they lost the momentum in the last set.
Service error though by Pangs, and that's why we were talking earlier about the importance of winning that set for Signal and how they need to remind themselves that they can actually do it. Going back to their meetups, the last times that they met up. Here in the Reinforced Conference, it was a 4-set win for Creamline against Signal. Before that, the semifinals of the Invitation, it was a 3-set win by Creamline. But the game before that even, nanalo naman ang Signal. So yun na nga. Again, we go back to the ability of Signal, the skills that they have, and the way that they should be able to match up against such a strong team like Creamline. They just have to find it. It's for serving 7. good serve. Galanza with a good reception there. Perfect pass, and that's what happens. When you give a perfect pass to Gia de Guzman, perfect set, and completely untouched. Another point for Eliza Valdez with 13 already today. We have a technical timeout now with CREAMLINE up by 4. Switch to Signal postpaid for more super loaded bonding moments. Get free 3 months and more when you subscribe today. Call 8888-5555 now. And back to more volleyball action here at the Big Dome. Chiqui Ruabuno with Andrew Candra, Sam Corrales, our courtside reporter. It's an all-girl broadcast team today, bringing you all of this action and all of this excitement in a pretty full Araneta here. Ang daming tao. At napakaganda rin ng reception, ng energy, and these teams are really appreciating the support that their fans are giving them. CREAMLINE currently with the lead. It's 1 set apiece for these two teams, and that is off a block. Off of Riri Meneses. CREAMLINE with another point. Riri Meneses medyo na neutralized today. No? She has been very, very effective for Signal, but seems like nahihirapan siya. And as we speak, si Riri is able to make a point.
Right on cue, that is her first point for the set, 3rd point for this match. It was actually in the 2nd set, we didn't get an output from her.
Back set. Great dig there by Angeli Araneta. Molina. And off of Domingo's fingers.
That is Molina's 6th point here in this match.
Sabi nga ni Coach Shaq, diba, iba-ibahin mo lang. Kailangan talaga with a team like CREAMLINE with such efficient defense, you have to be unpredictable. And again, the 3-man block Signal is forcing on CREAMLINE. De Guzman going to Galanza. Cut shot, General with the pickup. Molina going up. And she was going deep, we know. And they're asking for a touch, a block touch. Challenge being called by Coach Shaq. So far, 9-7. Medyo malapit na naman ang Signal, but it has so far been CREAMLINE's 3rd set, no, Ann?
CREAMLINE dictating the pace. Rather Signal finding their footing. Ngayon, it's much better actually, nakakasabay. But I think what has worked for them in the previous set, the fact that they led, allowed them to at least ease themselves of the pressure of playing catch-up.
And looking at the output of Signal now, we were actually commenting how Riri Meneses is still to show up. We know what she's got. And if she is able to contribute more to her team, then it's going to be an easier time for them against CREAMLINE. We'll see if things get started for her. But it has really been Eliza Valdez's day so far. Sinasabayan niya yung kanilang reinforcement. Both of Eliza and Yellow have 14 each. Let's take a look at this challenge. Malinis.
No touch.
successful challenge by Coach Shaq. They have one more challenge to go for this all-important third set. Creamline up by 3. San Domingo with the serve. That's for Jimenez again. Ball is right back to Signal. Says Molina. Just going deep. Baon. Of course, everybody loving Cesc Molina's new do. And also just to add some spice and some spirit to her team with her, they call her Tinkerbell. That's her blonde hair. Lalobasa going long. Angeli Araneta with a great pickup. And that one with the help of the net there. Beria knows it. Net slowing the ball down a bit. Bilis na habol ng Signal yun. Creamline has the time.
Para alerto tayo sa likod kung ano gagawin natin. Hinahayaan lang natin, iset nila sa quick, iset nila sa pipe, iset nila sa back row. Magsalita tayo.
Yes, Coach.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go!
Hey, Creamline! Segundo ulit, segundo ulit.
Coach Sherwin Vanessa is asking for his girls to talk a little more, no? Really, well, over this crowd. However you can manage, no? Because it is a... Magalanza there. Liberia from the back row. Oh! What a hit there by Fans Banaga.
Getting more active in this game.
And you know, these girls are so impressive. Sometimes when you look at their hits, parang tusok na tusok. And it's reminiscent of the men's team, Spikers Turf. We saw Peter Torres here earlier watching. And kung minsan yung dating ng mga bola of the likes of Tanks, sobrang tusok. Parang pwede ng pwede ilaban sa Spikers Turf.
Oh, that was saved.
And Molina will still go for the hit here. Nice stop there by Tenza. And that wind-up by Gemma Galanza. Alam mo, malakas ang dating ng palo eh.
And yan yung never give up attitude, no? Try it and you cannot be choosy actually with any of the sets. Not that hindi maganda yung naiset. It was a good set from De Guzman.
And that's a 3-point lead now for Creamline and the serve back. Guzman with that floater. Received by Beria. Molina with a great combination attack there. I don't think they expected Molina to go up for that hit. Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Shaq na iba-ibahin nyo. And that's certainly what Cesc Molina is delivering now. That's a good reception again by Eliza Valdez. Nice pick up there by General. Lalobasa would just send it over and couldn't even do that. And that's unfortunate for Creamline, but a break for Signal. And they are now within 1 point of the Cool Smashers in this third set. Signal playing catch-up now against the Cool Smashers. Michelle Gumaba from the sideline. She got her time on the court earlier, waiting to be sent back. Lalobasa going up. Good save there by Beria. Chance here. De Guzman with a quick, and this time Banks just hits it into the net. And you were talking about the errors that Creamline was plagued with in the second set. But we're seeing a continuation of these miscues from the side of the Cool Smashers.
It seemed like it was a good play between Panaga and De Guzman. And we know that kapag kayo nagmamadalian, De Guzman would opt for that quick play. Didn't work for them though.
Araneta! Wow! Wow! Just wow! And her teammates is coming out and really appreciating that kill by Angeli Araneta.
And why not? Look at how powerful that attack is.
Ganda. Look at, she knew it. She felt that. Talagang hitting it in the sweet spot.
What's good is that more and more players are now, you know, here in our scoreboard.
And again, just this play at the net. Both teams so alert. Molina. She's dug. Liza Valdez there playing good defense. Yellow Basa gets it past Doria. And CREAMLINE again tying things up. CREAMLINE saying, we don't want you to lead, Signal. We want to maintain the lead which they enjoyed in the first part of this third set. Ngayon lang umahabol ang Signal at pinabawi na ulit ng CREAMLINE. And Gemma Galanza back at the serve. She scored a couple of service aces already. That's a good reception by Janela. And I think this is going to be a violation called against
Tyes a back row
Maria.
here.
She stepped on the line. That's a point for CREAMLINE. That's outside, just barely. But a point just the same for Signal. So close to the line. Signal now evening things up again here midway into this third set. First set went the way of CREAMLINE 25-23 and identical scores in the second set with Signal winning that one and that last sequence as well. Daria celebrating that point.
That was play well read. Look at that single block.
Daria feeling that. Good serve. Nice up there by Atienza. And that one is deep, so good. That's just precision volleyball. And
We've seen quite a number of those points coming from CREAMLINE where they really aim at the corners of the court. At yun nga, no, yung mga long ball na to, it seems to be a struggle for Signal to pick up.
and just Liza Valdez just really putting the ball exactly where she wants it. Imagine ko kayo in your service error again by Pangs, and that's 16-15 now with Signal in the lead in the second technical timeout. Another close third set here. We'll take a quick break. Don't go away. Back here at the Big Dome, and we have our Twitter question for all of you who will have more blocks today. Said Domingo or Ria Meneses. A question from Chisaet, and you said what to our Twitter fans? Sabi ni APH RMD, I think when it comes to spiking, this will be a Gia set connection. Their duo is one of a kind. Gia's amazing setting, but when it comes to blocking, I think this area will be an advantage for Riri. And our next tweet from Banjong, Meneses will dominate this one. Excited for Signal's block party, Laban Signal. Thanks so much for your tweets. We have one more. Riri's forte is blocking while Sed's forte is spiking. For sure, they'll give us a good show. Still, my bet is on CREAMLINE. Thanks so much for Mark. 27. And the exchanges here. Just so exciting. CREAMLINE evening things up again. They're at 16 all. One time on that last play. That put away by Liza Valdez there. Area going deep this time. yun. And it's just tit for tat. At this point, palitan lang sila ng puntos.
Should be a good sign, that no team is allowing their opponent to pull away.
And it's interesting also, we were talking about Riri earlier and also Seth Domingo, two of the mainstays really, the go-tos and really the big scorers. But today it's been the other teammates, no? And this is testament to what you're saying, Anne. Really, it's a team effort. And more than, we don't call out their lack of performance. What we want to call out is the increased contribution of their teammates.
And this is just really providing more balance to the way that they play. I'm looking at the numbers. We were talking about sino yung mas maraming block outputs. And Vanessa has scored 1 point so far. Pero ito yung makikita natin, the likes of Kayuna, si Tai, Dakis earlier, as well as the rest of the team contributes to it. Hindi naman kasi pwedeng iisang tao lang.
Meantime, that was a service ace. Care of Liza Valdez with a little help from the net there. And we're even at 18 apiece once again. That was a good serve. That was definitely the kind of serve that we've come to expect from the phenom, Liza Valdez, who's scoring every which way. Now with 18 points, leading the charge for CREAMLINE. We have a timeout.
Forward, okay? Get the short. Yori, bawi lang ha. Receive lang muna tayo, receive lang. Kailangan lang natin magandang pasa. 1 point lang yan ha. Okay, end game tayo. Focus lang tayo sa end game, okay? Ay, kaya pa yan. Kaya pa yan. Okay tayo. Laban yan, laban ha.
Happiness signal!
Okay, sa maganda ha.
Coach Shaq asking the girls to focus, and he's talking about endgame. I want to ask you, Anne, personally, when does endgame start with you? I've heard this, that they say once you hit 18 points, you're looking at the last part of the game, and iba dapat yung mindset mo.
That's true, no? This is the last stretch, as we would call it in every set. And in this case, para sa Signal, I think it was fitting to call their attention, to call that timeout, to at least bring whatever it is, yung negative things or the errors that have been happening on their end. And the moment your opponent steps at that point na 20, yan bumibilis na. And napapansin natin yun, yung bilis ng laro pagdating sa 20.
20 is the magic number. And totoo yan, ang bilis ng pangyayari. And actually, all day long, just these kinds of exchanges, so exciting. And Signal bench is saying there is already a violation on the side of CREAMLINE, and it looks like they will get that point. One more time on that last exchange. I think they're going to call a lifting violation. Double hit there on yellow. 19 all. Seth Domingo! She wanted to respond to the Twitterverse, to the tweets, really looking for Seth Domingo to really make some noise in this game, and we've seen that many times, really that connection between Seth and Gia. And if you're CREAMLINE, you want to see more of that. That's a good reception by Cez Molina. Good read by Liza Valdez there on that 1-2 by Jel Cayuna. She will set up Molina this time. Again, great defense by Liza Valdez. Cayuna, that was too high. Ball still alive. Beria from the back row. De Guzman back set. Another easy ball. Jel Cayuna, a quick. Jimenez, ball is still good. Celebrating too early. Molina. Liza Valdez, excellent defense. And Gemma Galanza saving it. This will go on. Galanza finally. Just the focus and just the concentration of these girls. It's so hard when you're competing against the adrenaline, you're competing against the crowd, and all of the excitement, and just to keep your focus and to play your game. And Galanza, just putting an end to that rally.
But also on the side of Creamline, you see a lot of effort put into their defense. Talagang kita mo yung paghabol sa likod.
And doon mo talaga makikita yung output ni Eliza Valdez today. It's not just on offense, but she has been all over the place in the back row. Just playing all around A game for the Phenom. And Riri Meneses. It's been Riri and Sed, just like their fans have been asking for. This was the question that Chisa had posed for us. Who will come bigger, who will come on stronger with a bigger game? Well, both girls are showing off these last few sequences. And Galanza nabantayan. Rachel Dacris is back on court and she combines efforts with Rose Doria and gets that point off the block. One more time. All. Galanza is dug by Beria. Dacris timing it with a push there. Great defense by Valdez. Beria also with that great pickup. Guzman outside to Galanza. She's blocked. Great coverage by Kyla Atienza there. And that is off the block. Off the block. And Dacris saying that's okay.
You know, it may have been a point for Creamline, but you have to give credit. Yung effort ng blockers on the side of Signal, getting a touch at every return.
And ang ganda ng cover nila, no? They're expecting the ball to come back and really just pick it up. But same goes for Creamline and their really amazing defense that we're seeing from the Cool Smashers.
Coach Shaq here. Some, I think, asking for a net touch or a net violation that was called.
And we're checking to see if Coach Shaq even has any challenges left. But he is talking straight to the technical table here. And I think he's insisting on the net touch. Second referee, Erlindo Eusebio, called or is trying to appease Coach Shaq here. And things are happening at the sidelines, as you can see on your screens. The action is not on the court right now. Kung mahagip nyo po, sa tabi natin, ito the... O, ikaw na tinatanungan. Coach Shaq de Los Santos. And we are listening, we're trying to eavesdrop on the challenge here. If you recall, this happened midway into our conference na nagkakaroon talaga ng mga delays dahil sa challenge system. I think it was the timing of the challenge. I think they're saying that Coach Shaq was too late to decide to call the challenge, but I think they're giving it to him anyway. I think there's such a thing as too late, no?
Yeah, but it's very hard to hear and decipher, but from what he was mentioning earlier, it seemed like he was arguing that there are certain calls or certain challenges na maaaring ihabol.
Okay.
But, well, let's see how this one goes.
I think they're arguing that somebody was at the net. Well, we'll see, but the fans here, actually, this is a good breather for the fans because it's been non-stop excitement. So intense.
Ah, okay. So, some clarifications as we see Dakis speaking with our officials. I believe it's on the validity of the challenge.
Now Rachel Dakis, captain of Signal HD, making sure she understands what's going on.
Challenge denied.
Right. So that is pretty clear. We hear referee Joy de Imus explaining things to team captain Rachel Andakis. And we'll listen some more.
Delayed warning, ha? Delayed warning, though.
And that yellow card is just for a delay. Just a warning for the delay of game, but there will be no more challenges, it seems. So that one, there's no challenge there. And that yellow card just for delaying the game. So no points shaved, nothing like that, just a warning. Referee Joy De Imos made sure that was understood. Creamline with that 22nd point, and we understand why both teams are really just protecting every single point. Such an important game that we're watching here. Backward to yellow, solo block! And it looks like that fired up Rachel and Dakis. They're saying, what din yung gagalitin ang team captain?
You see that focus, excellent timing on that offense from Basa.
That is huge, and you can see that. Look at Brad just celebrating that solo block. And it's now even Steven again at 22 apiece. Yellow on the other side now, dug by Jel Cayuna. Dakis will go up for the hit. Defense of Creamline, efficient as ever. And that's off the block this time. Yellow Basa gets that point. And Creamline with that 1-point lead. One more time on that outside set. And just the wind up and just the power that Yellow Basa puts behind her attack. And this is dangerous for Signal with Gemma Galanza at the serve. Back set to Dakis. Cayuna just looking for Dakis. Great coverage by Kyla Atienza. And again, it's the blocking of Signal. Just seeing them through again and again in this third set.
And it must feel good that it is Basa. They get to block successfully.
23 all. Tit for tat.
5 block points for Signal here in the third set alone.
Daria timing it. Oh, what a great pickup there by Kyla Atienza. And Jel Cayuna also with good defense. De Guzman looking for Liza Valdez. Great blocking. Basa gets a chance, and that one escapes Jel Cayuna. And Creamline again gets set point first here in this third set. And the Creamline fans appreciating that last rally. And Basa really challenged here. This time is able to just avoid the block. And this is set point for Creamline. Bangs Panaga. Let's see if Signal can hold them. And that's an unfortunate service error for Creamline. Signal with that break. And Riri Meneses is back at the front. We got Doria at the serve. Beria, Meneses, and Araneta at the front for Signal. Rachel Andakis back on the court here in the third set. Let's see what Creamline does. Back set. Diego Guzman, and again, repeatedly. It's the blocking. This time, Beria just finding Basa and getting Signal at set point. How about the blocking of Signal? And
they have been on point. They have really made sure no, na mababantayan nila si Basa. Currently one of the top scorers here para sa Creamline.
Wow, just wow. And that's timeout needed by Creamline. Big set point for Signal. This is really important for Signal. You know, they haven't won. They've only won one set against Creamline in this conference. Let's see what Rose Doria has at the service. Set point for Signal, and that one sails outside. It's just these errors, just the pressure, just the excitement, the adrenaline. What is it, Anne?
So much pressure, and usually it is in these moments that you parang matetest din mentally itong mga players na to. Very crucial service.
Oh, and this time it's a block coming from CREAMLINE. De Guzman blocking the reinforced player of Signal. One more time.
Single block.
By the center, no less. That must feel good for Gia De Guzman, getting the better of Beria. Setting CREAMLINE up for another set point. Let's see if Signal can hold them. And that dump! Beria knew it. She knows that she's the taller between her and De Guzman. You just have to push the ball over. Smart play.
What an exciting third set. Again, pinag-usapan natin yung first two sets. No? Both teams wanting to even it out. And ito yung crucial third set na both these teams gustong makauna. And you know, where we are at the moment, it just goes to show walang gustong bumitaw.
Wala talaga. Of course, the fans are just loving it. Both you here in Araneta and the fans at home. Just these screams. And Signal again at set point. And so much action at the net. Talaga yung mga palitan, the exchanges here, the net plays, and Jel Cayuna just setting that one up. Regalo kay Riri Meneses. At eto na naman ang Signal. A chance for them to take this all-important third set like you mentioned, Anne. Let's see if CREAMLINE can hold them. Valdez with that thing. Saved by Dakis. Beria! Beria will get it again. For Signal, 28-26. What a third set for the HD Spikers. That smile on Tiberia's face. So telling of how she was able to win this third set for her team. And really, it's the momentum with Signal now. But that was a very, very exciting third set, 39 minutes to get that one over and done with. And Signal with a win. We'll be back to break it down after these. And I hope all of you have just relaxed a little bit at home and gotten your, nakapagpahinga ng konti. Medyo naka-inhale, exhale. Grabe yung labanan nun. That was an exciting third set, Anne.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, we kept on talking about how both these teams in the first two sets want to even it out.
Yeah.
So, meron sila one set apiece. But the third set is telling. You know, because ito yung team na talagang gusto makakuha ng makaabante, makakuha ng lamang. And that's set number 3. Nothing to take away actually from both teams, Jiki, because they both played very well. Nakita natin yung offensa, yung depensa most especially played a crucial role. And when we talk about defense, it is not just floor defense, but even the net defense of both these squads. And
absolutely,
most especially para dito sa ating koponan na nanalo, no?
Yeah.
Signal HD, as we look at the stats for set number 3, that exciting set na dikit 26-28 ang ating naging puntos. What spelled the difference, I guess, is in terms of offense, halos pantay lang ang CREAMLINE and Signal. But blocking, this is what we have mentioned during that third set. 6 block points para sa Signal. Talagang sinarado ang pintuan at the net. Meanwhile, for the Creamline Pool Smashers, the struggle of Signal in that set was due to the fact na ang bigat ng mga service ng Creamline at doon nakakuha sila ng 4 na aces. And when it comes to opponents' errors, nakakuha ng 9 points itong Signal from the errors of Creamline and 6 naman para dito sa Signal.
And you know, those blocks, it's really all about the timing of when those blocks came, the mga kill blocks nila. Talagang towards the latter part, doon naghahabol sila at lumalapit sila sa set point and just really try to avert the set points of Creamline. And ang laking bagay na they kept blocking the guest player, si Yellow Basa, the tallest player on the court. And I'm sure that really raised the morale of Signal and just they reminded themselves of how strong they are as a blocking team, which is what really the rankings showed in the preliminaries. They're the 3rd best blockers in the league. Pero balik naman tayo sa Creamline, the #1 serving team. Sabi mo nga, talagang nakauna sila at nakaipon ng maraming puntos off of their service aces. Really great competition we're seeing and great matchup from both sides. Oh, wow! And you know, we see Bangs Panaga explode like this early in the sets. We've seen this kind of action from Bangs in the start. Kailangan lang niya masustain throughout the entire set.
This is Bangs' 2nd point in this set. 7 na ang kanyang points throughout this match.
So far, just Bangs Panaga putting Creamline on the scoreboard here in this 4th set. A must-win for the Cool Smashers. And again, a reminder, this is the most number of sets any team has won against Creamline in this reinforced conference. And Angeli Araneta, we talked about her playing in her home court. Angeli Araneta has been wonderful today.
You know, I'm looking at the stats of Signal. And what is good to see is that while it's still tied, who leads in terms of scoring, 16 points. Nakikita natin dito maraming pangalan ang nasa scoreboard. Doria, Dakis, Molina, Araneta, Meneses, Cayuna, they are all contributing.
And that's really, I think, what led to that win in that last set as well. And we have a challenge called by Signal. They're burning their challenge very early in this 4th set. Ball in, ball out challenge. So far, Signal with just a point. And Creamline, we saw in the past 3 sets, sila naman talaga nangunguna, silang nakakauna. And I think this will really test what you said about the composure of Creamline, how they're able to just leave behind a loss and just start fresh and remember who they are. And that's something that they need to really come up with. They need to be able to mentally be present for this 4th set for them. They have to win this set. I'm talking about Creamline in order to advance to a 5th decider. Still waiting for the result of the challenge. If you're Yellow Basa, seeing the many times and that you were rejected in that last set, how do you shake that off?
You know, I think for a veteran like her, hindi na to about shaking off. This is thinking about her next move already. I feel that, you know, with her experience, ito yung hindi mo na masyado mababasag yung kanyang confidence. But, again,
yeah, Yellow Basa has been playing all over the world. She has seen action in Thailand, Indonesia, Italy, Vietnam, Japan. She's played in all those countries, so she definitely has experience. That looks like it's out, yes, and that's what our challenge says. Very close, napakalapit. Ito yung mga kahalagahan ng challenge system.
And ito, no, yung coaching staff, all the people who are there na nagbabantay, ito yung mga talagang, tinan mo, kung hindi nila kinol yung challenge, it would have been a wasted point for them. All the points matter, even if we're only starting this set.
Absolutely. Nice there with the slide. And this is going to be a freebie. That's Valdez coming from back row there. And Liza Valdez just keeps coming. Point number 19 now for the Phenom. 16 in attacks. Sam Morales has a report for us, Sam.
We were They're hyping up the blockers in today's game, and I can tell you that Sed Domingo told me that her connection with Gia de Guzman took years in the making. Now, Sed also told me that she had to overcome the pressure of making mistakes, and now she is drawing inspiration from her teammates as she tries to replicate the speed of Risa Sato's game. Sabini said they are like the standard, and now she is working on bringing the same A game. Now, let's see if CREAMLINE will have the answers to Signal's blocking today. Back to panel.
Thanks so much, Sam. And you were talking about Sed and how she really learned from her teammates as well. And it's a great sisterhood that CREAMLINE has. Meantime, again, just excitement, just a lot of balls, just kept in play. None of these teams, walang gusto magpapatay ng bola dito. Beria is blocked, but that's outside. And that's a point for Beria now with 17 big ones for this reinforcement from New Orleans. And Maria Meneses now with a service ace. Signal with a 2-point lead. This is a must-win game, or must-win set for CREAMLINE. It looks like Signal's enjoying the fast pace, no?
And nasasabayan nila, but Banaga has other things in mind.
Banks Banaga puts an end to that streak there. 2 in a row points by Signal, but Banks will get the ball back for the Pool Smashers, and it's now 4 serving 5.
Pangs already with 3 points in this set alone. This is the most actually she scored off in a set.
Sed Domingo, there she is, will not waste any opportunity for a put-away. Greatly timed there by Sed. Five ball. Yuna setting up Angeli Araneta de Guzman with that pickup. Yellow will keep the ball. That one is already over. Lana can't do anything about it. That's the point for Signal. And these mga botched plays, these errors, we saw 9 from CREAMLINE in the last set. Again, if you match that up against all of their really efficient offensive plays, marami rin nasasayang, marami rin nako-contribute ang CREAMLINE sa points sa Signal by their errors. Oh! Look at that, Doria. Doria has been really contributing today.
And, you know, on the sideline, not in our viewer screens, ano, you gotta love also how Coach Shaq has been cheering on. Ever so positively, smiling and cheering them on. Probably adds that boost.
That's a great defense by Rad. Guzman looking for Lai. Araneta again goes deep. That one is called outside by the lines judge. Very close. And Angeli Araneta knew it. Malapit pero lumabas.
Nagulat daw siya. She was apologizing. Sabi, nagulat ako. Sa kanya napunta yung
bola.
Yung bowling set.
And CREAMLINE, Dos Carlos back on the court. He's getting some minutes here. In for Yellow Basa. She's going to go for her. So there, Beria still just really just bouncing and bouncing on CREAMLINE, and Signal will get the 2-point lead at our first technical timeout. 8-6 is the count. We'll be back. Got 300 pesos? Enjoy NBA TV Philippines now. More affordable at Signal Postpaid Plan 290 or Prepaid Load 300. Back to the game here. And Signal really with the momentum as we have Isaac Go, one of our analysts in the UAAP, enjoying some volleyball action this time. And, you know, we're talking about how really it's palpable, the energy and the morale so high here on the side of Signal, which is what you need if you're going to go up against the champions CREAMLINE. I mean, they are wanting to thwart CREAMLINE's chance to get a better footing into the finals. That is what Signal is up to. That is what they're up against now, really. A team with an MVP like Tots Carlos coming off the bench, exploding that way.
The ball landed so fast. I think kung titignan mo yung depensa ng Signal, nagkatainan lang. It landed in between two defenders.
And this might be the shot in the arm that CREAMLINE needs now. Galanza just pushing the ball over and bantay na bantay ng two-man block ng Signal. And you're talking about kanina how Signal really wants to score a win against CREAMLINE, not just to better their chances at the finals, but just to make that statement, that psychological statement for their team and the rest of the league, really, that they can beat the #1 team like CREAMLINE. But San Domingo is not going to make it easy for them, not at all.
Domingo only with 6 points, actually tricky in this match. But when they need it, you see her scoring the points.
Clutch player, San Domingo, just really showing up when she needs to. And again, the crowd, you can hear them acknowledging the entry of Risa Sato, who is seeing action for the first time today at the serve here. And Hans Panagas was onto that. Daki's timing it, getting it past Panaga and De Guzman there. And Signal with a 3-point lead now. One more time on that last sequence. Just ran, just making it quick. Bilisan. Rachel Andak is so fired up. That's a good serve, good reception by Valdez. Balanza, Angel Cayuna with the coverage. De Guzman, quick one to Panaga. Back set, Araneta hitting it off. Gemma Galanza. And Araneta knows she's the taller player and just timing it perfectly, hitting it off the hands of Gemma Galanza. CREAMLINE will call for time.
Pagka medyo naka-counter tayo, pag may pagkakataon, i-power. Pag wala, di variation din. Tumatama sa kamay natin eh, so mahirap talaga depensahan. So disiplina sa kamay. Disiplina. Malayo pa yan. Let's go.
Be aggressive on the block. Let's go.
Hey, CREAMLINE!
Strong hands.
So we're talking about how CREAMLINE really, if you look at the team rankings by skill in the preliminaries, they are not up there in blocks, but that doesn't mean they aren't efficient in their blocking. They're able to slow the ball down, and I think that's what Coach Sherwin Meneses is looking for, just to allow their blockers to slow things down and give their offense a chance to happen. This time that is outside. Gemma Galanza just hitting it off of the block this time and finally getting the ball back after that run by Signal. Gia de Guzman serving. That one's over. The over pass.
emphasis of having a strong serve. You push the receiver to commit that over receiver or a mistake, and in that instance work for pass.
Good coverage there by Gia de Guzman. Panaga just sending it over. Janela dives for the ball. Dakis is blocked. Ball still good. Ball still alive. Great effort by Signal. Janela with that dig. De Guzman giving it to Tots Carlos. And now Signal gets a chance. Araneta blocked. Meneses pushing the ball over. Liza Valdez was there. Galanza is blocked. And Signal. And they're blocking. Just doing so much damage. What a rally, Anne.
Signal staying true, staying consistent with their net defense.
And just everybody, even on the side of Creamline, talagang yung pagsunod nila ng bola, just fighting for every single ball, not allowing any ball to drop on either side. And this is the kind of quality volleyball we're seeing this afternoon. General there with a good pickup. Area sending it over. Kyla Atienza. Carlos from the left side. Dakis saving it. Area timing it. Meneses with a put away. And another point for Signal. 2 in a row for Signal, and that's a 4-point lead for the girls in red, who are already up 2 sets to 1. This is a very important 4th set for Creamline. But Jack Janela, right there, we saw her dive for the ball and just really do her job as libero. And Dakis, that good serve there. That one is over. Don Carlos overcooked on that one. And that's a point for Signal. Yalobasa getting a breather here. The sideline. And you know, it was tough for the last part of the 3rd set for Yalobasa, but let's not forget the output that she's had all day. She's had 17 already, but she's still kept at the bench. And Signal, look at that. That is an enormous 6-point lead. Creamline just at 10 points. Napako ang Creamline at nasa 16 ang Signal at our 2nd technical timeout. We'll be back. We are looking at, or you just saw it, Atari Chargers there, just really paying homage to Priscilla Rivera, who really gave such a good performance as their reinforcement. And I think we will not be surprised if Priscilla Rivera finds her way back here to the Philippines for the next reinforced.
She has really captured the hearts of many volleyball fans.
Absolutely. Meantime, back to the game here in Signal. Just stunning Creamline and their fans here in this 4th set. Creamline really has to get it together, and because they need to win this 4th set.
And, you know, they probably did not expect that, you know, they would be in this position where Signal is the one controlling the pace of the game.
And look at Tots Carlos. That was a much-needed technical timeout, I think. Allowed CREAMLINE to just regroup and to just get their composure back. And Tots Carlos there with a mammoth block and getting the serve back. And a point for CREAMLINE. They still trail by 5, but they need a string of points here. And they can get started with Pats Panaga. The serve. Angeli Araneta. Oh, again, some miscommunication here. Tots and Gia were both within reach. And I think si Tots wanted to get the first ball to allow Gia to set it up.
But Gia was also right in that area. But yun nga, no, it's important. Communication will be key for CREAMLINE. Meanwhile, on the side of Signal, it seems like they are really taking advantage. Likewise, with these strong serves.
And just things are happening for the Signal HD Spikers. They seem to be doing everything right. CREAMLINE needing to really figure out how to get their
Push
groove
tayo.
back.
Receive spike. Ganun na kasimple. Receive spike. Block. Ito. Kahit kanina pwede. Mag-spacing ka. Mag-spacing ka. Yun lang naman. Hindi naman isang biglaan kumakahabol. Kailangan gumawa tayo ng mga tama. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on. Hey, CREAMLINE!
You know, Ang, we talk about CREAMLINE being a well-oiled machine, but first it has to be fueled, and it has to get started. And I think that's what we're looking for now, and that's what Coach Sherwin is asking for.
Earlier, we've seen, and we did mention, even if CREAMLINE, say, is down by 1 set, or even if CREAMLINE is the one playing catch-up, you see the composure. But I think what doesn't help at this point is that Signal is also playing very well. You can see that from offense, even their defense is just really working at the moment. They're all pumped up and really energized.
And you know, that is really so palpable. Ramdam na ramdam yan dito sa court and dito sa Big Dome. You can feel the CREAMLINE fans stunned a little bit, medyo quieted, and just Signal in the zone. They really are in the zone, but it's been Carlos who's been trying to thwart it and trying to get in the way of it. And she's been able to score here and there. Carlos keeping CREAMLINE alive, but it's a very precarious place they're in now with Signal at 20 points and CREAMLINE having to catch up 7 points at this juncture. That's a good pickup there. A good reception by Dakis. Beria. Santos saps her. Gemma Galanza from back row. And Araneta with a nice dig. Beria. Gia de Guzman. Ball still good. Beria finds the back row. And Beria just doing damage for Signal. 20 points already for Ty Beria. And she is almost tying her best output that we saw from that last game they played against Cherry. And look at Coach Shaq. Sabi mo nga, the #1 cheerleader right now is Coach Shaq for Signal. And Liza Valdez, composed as ever. Keeping CREAMLINE's hopes alive here. They are certainly not out of it yet. Knowing what CREAMLINE can do, CREAMLINE fans are saying, pito lang yan. Jal Cayuna read there by Carlos. Galanza off the block. Another point for CREAMLINE. And it has to be conversions like this quick, no?
And, you know, this should be a good rotation for CREAMLINE that they can take advantage of. We know Galanza is one of the more consistent attackers.
Also, we have Risa Sato right now at the front here. And Basa has not come back yet. And again, Beria, 21 points already. Scoring point number 22. Again, this is going to be a psychological win more than anything else, because looking at how these two teams got to this point, having won three set games in the first day of the semifinals. Wala namang namimeligro pa dito. As we see Doria with another service ace. Even if CREAMLINE ends up giving up this match, they are in no way in danger because of that big 3-set win in the first day of the semis. But of course, Signal, if they finish victorious here, are in a very comfortable place coming into the semifinals. Oh, wow! Look at that, Risa Sato. That was a beauty. Just with so much speed behind it, keeping CREAMLINE alive.
You see the effort also of De Guzman to really distribute the plays, be less predictable for the blockers of Signal because they do know blocking is a strength of Signal. Hindi pwedeng mabilis mabasa yung kanilang mga play.
Ball still good. De Guzman will try to win the joust. And a chance here. Let's see where Gia goes. A quick to Panaga. Janela was there. Riri Meneses will get the point. And the Signal fans up on their feet. Coach Shaq de los Santos is celebrating that match point, set point. Let's see. Jelka Yuna at the serve here. Barrett, multiple opportunities to take this match. Oh! And that's one that's thwarted. CREAMLINE will get the ball back.
But, you know, Chiki, they just need 1 point. And you see here on the side of Signal, it's really an overall team effort. Tingnan ko yung stats ni Dionela, 53% success rate
Wow.
in the job that she does. And of course, wala pa dyan yung mga puntos na nako-contribute ng ating attackers.
Carlos, Tots Carlos really just the lifeline for CREAMLINE right now, keeping her team alive. 18-24, still multiple match points for Signal, and CREAMLINE calls for time.
Recover lang, okay? Kailangan natin ng energy dito sa last point natin. Okay? Paghirapan natin, kailangan maging creative tayo sa play, attack tayo ng maayos. Pagka may block, discarte tayo, okay? O 1 point na lang, ha? Okay, 1 point lang, ha?
Oh, it was actually a Signal timeout, perhaps to ice. The server, Gia de Guzman, pressure serves here. Let's see if she can string along points here for her team. Meantime, Signal just looking for this win. Dakis just putting it over. Great save by Kyla Atienza. Signal recycles. Meneses, and that is good enough. Riri Meneses, the hero of the day. Of course, with the help of Liberia, Rachel Antakis, and the heroics of Jelka Yuna and the entire Signal team just coming together to score somewhat of an upset, I think, here. And just beating the #1 team, CREAMLINE, coming into the semifinals. Of course, the reigning champions, the team looking for a three-peat, suffers a loss today.
And, you know, for Signal, you can see the joy in their faces. They really worked hard for this win.
And they got it in a really big fashion. 25-18, the final score on that 4th set. We will break down this match that just happened after a quick break. That's the story. A 4-set win by the Signal HD Spikers. Creamline Cool Smashers stunned, especially in that 4th set. Look at that, commanding 25-18 win by Signal just to cap this second win for them in the semifinals.
You know, it was a good 4th set played by Signal. We keep mentioning how, you know, you would play catch up with Creamline, but in this case, we saw them dictate the pace of that last set as we look at these highlights from set number 4.
Look at that, Iberia again, just equaling her output from the last game. 21 big points for this young reinforcement from Signal, and coming at the right time. She was kind of quiet coming into the game. She came off the bench, but seems to be the magic. It seems to be the magic potion for Coach Shaq, just pulling her off the bench. And Iberia is your player of the game again today, Anne. And it looks like Sam Corrales was able to pull her for an interview. Sam?
Yes, joining us now is our player of the game, Iberia. Once again, congratulations on this statement win. Ty, can you tell us, you know, what kind of, you know, impact this is have on you and the team, and what were you able to prove to be able to take down a top team like Creamline?
Oh my God, it's gonna have such a good impact. Creamline is such a great team, and they have so many fans, and just to be able to do it in 4 is gonna be great for our confidence, you know? Yeah.
Yes, and a lot of long rallies. We witnessed it all here today at the Big Dome, and it was a total team effort. So what kept you guys going from start to finish?
I feel like this team is characterized by like our ability to just keep getting better from the start of the season to the end of the season, from the first set to the last set, throughout the points. So just our ability to just keep going and keep getting better and keep, I don't know, yeah.
Keep improving, keep growing and getting better. And if you look around here at the Big Dome, what was it like, you know, playing in front of a crowd as huge as this? And do you have any message to the fans who came out to support?
It's amazing. Every single time I play out here, it's just, it keeps getting better and better. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Signal fans, Creamline fans, all the fans, thank you so much. You guys really make the experience. Love y'all.
And that's the love you get from the Filipino volleyball community. Once again, our player of the game, Iberia.
She's loving it, and she's talking about the improvement, I think, not only of herself, but of the entire team. And let's take a look at the stats of the match.
You know, even if Creamline had more output when it comes to offense, you know, looking at the other numbers, no, yung blocking really played a big difference here for Signal. But likewise, maybe in this game, it was just not Creamline's game day as well, because look at the opponent's errors throughout that 4 sets. 33 as opposed to only 16 na naging error nitong Signal in this match. But overall, Ty may have been the top scorer para dito sa Signal squad. I think what has been evident in this game is that it was very good teamwork para dito sa Signal squad.
And really, if they want to look back at their best performance, it just might be so far that 4th set that they played against the formidable Creamline squad. And I think with respect to Creamline, that is why they're celebrating that win so much. It's because they won against the top team. And the action does not stop there. After that win by Signal, we take a look at Cherry Tigo and Petro Gas going at it. That happens here right after just a couple of minutes. Actually, they're already warming up. And that happens here at the Smart Araneta, our second of our doubleheader today, the semifinals. Meantime, time to say goodbye for us. This has been Chikiro Puno with Anne Ramunda Kanda and Sam Corrales, our director Al Neri. Bye-bye for now.